Look how she dancing. Uh-oh. 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 Woo! Oh! Get it, get it, get it.
Hi you guys, welcome back. So the latest update with Tiffany Henyard is she had a picnic. Let's see how it went.
Hey, she's Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard, the People's Mayor, People's Supervisor. We are here at the picnic that's going on right now in our Village Dolton at the rink 14312 Greenwood in Dolton. Come on out, let me show you what's going on right now. Remember, people will always try to stop things that they don't want to prosper.
So if you don't know what this maniacal look that Tiffany Henyard has on her face is, this look is full campaign mode, okay? She is going into overdrive. So to give you some background, this picnic was not supposed to happen because at the last board meeting, which ended up not being a board meeting in Thornton Township because the trustees did not show up. And since they didn't show up, there wasn't a vote on the Tiffany Henyard yearly picnic that she's throwing right now, and so it wasn't approved. Despite that, Tiffany went ahead and she's throwing the picnic anyway. Now, one interesting thing that she says a couple of times in her Facebook Live rant is that she paid for the food boxes herself. Let's watch.
Okay, let me tell you something real quick. We got KP right here, and we want to make sure y'all know there ain't nothing in the box from Chicago.
Public service announcement. None of that food comes from the Chicago Food Depository, so they called us about your fake complaints the other day. We already got all that straight because I send them videos of what we're passing out before we go out. So thank y'all again for bringing so much attention to the great things that the Super Mayor is doing. Have a great one.
You already, again, we bought this food. I keep telling y'all.
So you guys, what I found really interesting about her saying this and making sure she said this was that the food boxes she was giving away at this event were in the same type of boxes that she was giving away at an event earlier in the week where it's just like a normal food giveaway that would come out of the taxpayers' dollars. So if she did come out of her own pocket this time and buy the food, that's good on her. I'll say that, because compared to a lot of the residents in Dolton's annual income, hers is like way above. So she can do that, okay? She can afford to do that and be okay. So yeah, I can believe that she bought this food that she was giving away at the picnic. But she didn't buy the boxes, okay? She didn't buy the truck that she used to get the food there. That's literally the only thing she bought is probably the food. She's saying that, we don't know 100% because Tiffany, it's kind of hard to believe it sometimes, all right? I'm gonna just say that that's my opinion. But the reason why she's doing this, you guys, and why she wants to get that into people's head that she bought it with her own money, she doesn't want to be accused of using taxpayer dollars to fund her campaign, because that's what she's doing right now. She's campaigning. I mean, she's always campaigning. Who are we fooling? But that's what this event is. So to prove my point as to why she's starting to come out of her pockets right now a little bit, so she says, is for one, is getting closer to election time. And for two, as a trustee, when Tiffany Henyard was running for mayor, she accused the previous mayor of doing such things. Let's go ahead and watch this clip and then I'll chime back in.
My other concern was I want to give a special thanks to the Chicago Food Depository for feeding the residents of Dolton during our time of need. Thank you guys for showing up every weekend to help out with feeding us. Thank you. Two comments, Mayor, for you was the letters that went out in the water bill. Why did you put that letter in the water bill and not the Airbnb, the notice that we passed, that we agreed, and you said it was a great idea to put that in with the water bills? You put another letter out talking about the food giveaway, and that's really like campaigning. So you can't use village funds or village resources to send things out on your behalf. That's what your campaign fund is for. So I didn't understand, why did you do that?
So you heard Trustee Tiffany, okay? She doesn't want any type of appearance of using taxpayers' money to pay for your campaign.
And Thornton Township Supervisor, who has already come under fire for spending public money promoting herself. Take a drive to the south suburbs and you can't miss them. 4 giant billboards featuring Tiffany Henyard's name in large letters, along with her picture, smiling down on the thousands of cars going by on Interstate 57 and the Bishop Ford Expressway. What are they advertising? One says fresh produce, another senior services, and this one simply says we offer general assistance.
She's just such a law-abiding citizen. She wants to do everything by the book. All right. But let's go ahead and fast forward to Supervisor Mayor Tiffany giving out free food boxes. Let's see what she has to say about it.
We are out here once again, as always. You know how we do. We put on for our city, on for the city. All right, we out here giving out free food boxes to our residents in Thornton Township. So if you are in need and you would like a food box, pull up. And let me show you what we giving away. This is what we giving away. What you got? What you got? All right. Remember, if you didn't watch Cooking with Tiff, this is your meatloaf box. So you have your crackers, your potatoes, your onions, your bell peppers, your ground beef, your canned goods. And you know how I do. I gotta give y'all some seasons, right? So you know how I do. I gotta give y'all some seasons, right? So you know how I do. So you know how I do.
Yes, we know how you do it, Tiffany. You've made it abundantly clear that you take credit for everything, okay? Either the free services that existed before you. You put your name on everything. You guys, she's even put her name on the children's backpacks, okay? So when they did the giveaway, you know, the school supplies giveaway, she put her name and her little saying, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, can you get any more dictatorship-y? Okay, well, we know that's not a word, but we're going to have to use it as it pertains and as it relates to Tiffany Henyard, because she just goes overboard. Like, I've never seen it. I'm sure a lot of people have not witnessed that. It's just too much. Okay, no one wants your name. And then she put a little pamphlet inside the backpacks of her face. Okay, it gets to be too much. Why don't you put school supplies inside their backpacks? All right, since you're all about educating and things like that, put them some school supplies. Maybe put them some stuff they might need, you know, a pair of socks or something. But you want to put a flyer with your face on it inside the see-through backpack with your name on it. Oh gosh, I mean, the narcissism I've never seen on this level. I'm sure there's other people who have been like this. She's just really out there with it. All right, I mean, you guys, the depth of her narcissism alone, it's enough to be a whole separate video in itself. All right, so we're not gonna go there. We know what it is. Let's go ahead and continue with this picnic, because there was something that she said, okay, that really kind of showed her true colors. Let's go ahead and watch, and then I will chime back in and kind of explain what happened.
Throughout all the controversy, throughout all the drama, all the naysayers, all the haters, and I see some of y'all in the line. Let me flip the camera around so you can see them in the line. Whoop, there she go. Look, right there, right there. Whoop, that part. But they'll tell you that. Then they get in the little hate group. But you in my line getting food. Whoop, there she go. Look, right there, right there.
So you guys, I don't know who she's talking about in this picture here, but she's talking about a resident that she claims she's there for, and she's feeding them today, okay? But she's calling them out saying, oh, this person hates on me, but look at them getting in my line, wanting my food, when you're supposed to be this humble, bright young woman that we see before us.
I've been in here all my life, 35 years, and I've been in the trenches. Y'all done saw me grow from a hectic trustee, talking mess, outrageous, to this humble, bright young lady that I am today.
Who is supposed to be there helping the community. But this shows that you have absolutely no impulse control. You have not a humble bone in you. And you're calling residents out who actually need the help, or else they wouldn't be in this line getting food from you, of all people, okay? Even if they don't support you, if they still need the help, let them get the help and let that be that. But that's not who Tiffany Henyard is, you guys. She wants to use every opportunity to rub something in people's faces, okay? And while still claiming she's there for the people. And that's the problem that a lot of people have. A lot of people who are not her supporters see right through her shenanigans. All right, and this is just another example of many of her claiming to be about the people and doing it for the people no matter what, but at the same time, in the same breath, she's downing the exact people she's claiming to help. I'm just saying that really stuck out to me, you guys, because I don't like a hypocrite. That's one thing that can really just get under my skin, is someone who is a hypocrite and someone who abuses people who are less fortunate than them, because she has more of the money right now. She has more of the power right now. So that's what you don't do. You don't call out the people who are less fortunate and who are actually coming to get help from you. If that's what you're claiming to be about, let it be about that, and don't be petty. She's the type of person who feels she doesn't need advice from anyone. She doesn't listen to anyone, and you can tell by the way she carries herself and the way she talks. She has not grown since she was a trustee, and through all these years, the only thing that's changed is that she's gotten more money and more power. And when you give more money and more power to individuals like Tiffany Henyard, it's just like a pot boiling, okay? And it's just gonna boil and boil until it boils over. And when it does, you just better hope that you're not the one holding that pot, okay? That's all I gotta say. That's my analogy for today. I think it's a pretty cool one. What do you guys think? But let's go ahead and get back to this picnic and see what else she has to say about all the free food and all the wonderful things that's going on.
Y'all gonna be so proud of me. I got a lot of great things coming up. Again, Tiff is gonna speak, and I'm gonna shut it all down. But you know, we don't be having time to literally go back and forth with people that's down here, because I am doing too much good in my neighborhood. And for those that don't know, let me make sure I'm crystal clear about this. I ain't never took a goddamn thing in my life. So I want to make sure y'all hear it out of my mouth, because y'all with all this little fake hate don't make no doggone sense. I don't have to do anything like that. Never will I. So I just want to make sure we're clear on that. People mad because I care. People are mad because I can actually show up and show out and give things like this to the public who need it. People will always try to stop things they cannot control. That's what it's all about. Someone young, vibrant, energetic like myself, who cannot and will not be bought, is the one that's constantly moving forward.
All right, she said a mouthful like always, but there's a couple of things that really caught my attention. I'm gonna go ahead and play some snippets, and then I'm gonna chime in right after.
Y'all gonna be so proud of me. I got a lot of great things coming up.
I feel like the statement showed of her real desperateness to be liked and for people to show appreciation for all of the things that she's done and she's achieved. The thing about it is, Tiffany Henyard has achieved a lot. She works very hard. She is boots on the ground, like she says. She door knocks. She does all those things. But she does them in a true spirit of a politician, okay? And she claims she doesn't want to be called a politician. She is there for the people, blah, blah, blah. But she's always wanting to put her face on everything, take the credit for everything until it's time to take the credit card. Okay, you guys know what I mean. You know what I mean. Long story short, she wants her name out there and on everything in people's faces because she's always campaigning. Let's look at this next snippet, and then I will chime back in to explain why this one caught my attention as well. But really quick, before I get back into it, so you guys know, I am going to be chiming in. It's going to be little snippets, and then I'll chime back in at this portion of the video, because this is more of breakdowns and me giving my feedback on small parts. Just so you guys are not like, oh, you're interrupting at every second and you won't let the video play. I will let the video. If you want to see the whole video, go to her Facebook, because believe me, the girl can talk and it's all there. All right, that being said, let's listen.
We don't be having time to literally go back and forth with people that's down here, because I am doing too much good in my neighborhood.
So while she's claiming right here she doesn't have time to go back and forth with people, this almost 19-minute rant on her Facebook page says differently. And so does this.
Whoop, there she go. Look, right there, right there. Whoop, that part. But they'll tell you that. Then they get in a little hate group. But you in my line getting food. We don't be having time to literally go back and forth with people that's down here, because I am doing too much good in my neighborhood.
So once again, we see the hypocrisy literally within the same video, okay, that she went live on Facebook with. In one part, she's saying, oh, I don't have time to go back and forth with people and the haters. But then she calls out someone in the line that's getting free food, who no doubt will see this video, and then she's starting drama from that, okay? Because I don't know who it is she pointed out, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna have something to say about it at the next board meeting if they go and if they get up to comment. So she's just causing issues by doing this. And she knows it because, like I said before in one of my previous videos, Tiffany Henyard is an individual that strives off of chaos. While some people might see it as a stressful situation, she can sit in a room full of chaos and actually draw energy from that setting. That's my opinion, considering I feel like she's a sociopath as well. All right, you guys, let's move on to this next clip because this one's a doozy.
I ain't never took a goddamn thing in my life. So I want to make sure y'all hear it out my mouth because y'all with all this little fake hate don't make no doggone sense.
So that's funny that she says that because this mugshot I'm showing is of Tiffany Henyard because she has been arrested in the past of criminal trespass into vehicles. So she broke into someone's vehicle. I don't know the exact whole story, but this actually happened when she was a trustee and she was still able to keep her job as a trustee. I'm thinking because of all her connections. That's my assumption. This is just one example of so many things and so many red flags as to why she should not have even been put into any of these positions of power with such responsibility, because she wasn't qualified to begin with. And that brings me to the common question is, how was she ever able to be mayor? How was she elected? How was she nominated to be supervisor? She wasn't nominated to be supervisor. She was appointed to that position, first of all. But second of all, she could have had her record expunged because at that time, you know, her and Dorothy Brown, they still might be close. I don't know. But there were many programs Dorothy Brown was involved in, and one of them was show people how to get their records expunged. So maybe Tiffany took advantage of that program and she was able to get this little arrest swept under the rug, or people just forgot about it and forgave, which is something people need to quit doing. First of all, you need to quit turning the other cheek. All right, I know that's what they teach in a lot of the churches. Oh, turn the other cheek, forgive, and no, okay? We need to be past all that because we need to start holding people accountable for their actions, or you end up with self-entitled, non-teachable individuals like Tiffany Henyard because they have no fear for any type of repercussions. But one thing I do want to clear up, I think it's absolutely okay for people to get their records expunged, okay? The problem is the positions that they are able to get after they've had history of criminal records, okay? Of certain criminal records. So to put it like this, you wouldn't hire someone who's been accused of robbery on multiple occasions to work at a bank, would you? No. So why would you appoint and elect someone who has a sketchy past and who has a history of blatant disrespect just towards any general human being that goes against her in such a powerful position over so many residents and have control of so much money? Why would you put someone like that in power? I will tell you why, in my opinion. It's called identity politics, and that's something that people need to pay more attention to. They need to quit voting just because they want to make history. They want someone to be the first, or they want to be the first this, the first that. You need to start looking at people's character, how they treat people, how they maneuver, how they act, a number of different things to look at than the outside. Because that old saying is what? You can't judge a book by its cover. But in this case, it's not even that. I mean, Tiffany Henyard showed people who she was from the beginning. It's just that people wanted something new so bad, and they wanted to be the standard, that they went ahead and they let her be mayor and they let her be supervisor. And this is what you get. That's all I gotta say. That's what happens when you vote for how the person looks and not for who they are. I'm just gonna say it. That's what it is. Well, you guys, that's gonna be it for today. Once again, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to leave it a like. And if you're new here, subscribe.
But look, let me show you what else we got that's in the box. Y'all come out and get this stuff today. We got turkey. It ain't even Thanksgiving. Turkey in here.
And it stated that the mayor gave food away. The mayor, you can't campaign using village resources, mayor. If that's the case, you could have mailed that from your campaign fund. That's illegal. And then also you use Melly Fitness. That's a village-owned property. Once again, mayor, village-owned properties. We cannot campaign on village-owned properties.
We are here at the picnic that's going on right now in our village, Dolton, at the rink 14312 Greenwood.